Hey there, Longtime Toolies. It is Kyle again. I'm out here in the garage building some drawers for my workbench. Real simple drawers, nothing fancy. I got one here already done. I'm on my last one and I want to show you guys how I put them together. So really all this is a 5-sided box, nothing fancy. The hardest part is getting your measurements, but even that's not that hard. And I already cut all the wood. Gonna assume you know how to cut the wood. If you don't, I mean, you really want to watch me cut wood for an hour and a half? Probably not. So I got everything cut, I got everything laid out. Now let's go through assembly. First off, you have a couple options on how to assemble them. I use my little nail gun, my little brad nail gun. It's just an 18 gauge gun, and pin it together so I don't have to go through the whole angle clamp problem. These things, they're great, but it's just so much easier to pin stuff and then go back through and screw it. Now, screwing it, I like using pocket holes. Everyone likes using pocket holes. If you don't have a pocket hole jig, go ahead, get you one. They're not too bad. The clamp, I highly recommend the clamp. This is the basic one you can get. No free ads, but we all know who makes this. And if you don't, real simple to find out. So let's get to assembly. All right, so I kind of cut my head off there because you don't need to see me anymore. So I've got my 4 sides. Here's the fronts, here's the sides. All you got to do, since I'm pinning them together, you set them up, square one end, it helps to bring it to the edge. Now when you pin it, make sure your fingers are not anywhere the nail can blow out and hit you. I'm using 1-inch nails, so all we're doing, we're getting it squared up on one end. Make sure your hands aren't in anywhere the nail can blow out. Make sure it's flush and just pin it. Nails are cheap. Nails are cheap, so don't be afraid to use 3 or 4, even on these little 5-inch sides. So I got that, one side set. Do the next side. Now, there's a lot of ways to do this. Everyone's gonna have their opinions, and that's fine. I'm building them the way I like to. It's been a while since I built some drawers, and I don't have a CNC machine or anything fancy like I used to when I worked in a cabinet shop. So I do them the easy way, just the way I know I can get it done. It's not going inside. These are utilitarian, they're for me. So I'm not gonna get hung up on the little stuff. If you got a better idea, go for it, man. I mean, this is just me. So we got that side set. There we go, last one here. It's real important to get it flush, because this is square. This is how you get your box to be square, assuming that you cut everything the same length. Now on a table saw, if you tuned up your table saw, like we did on that other video, your table saw should be nice and squared up, so you'll get consistent cuts all the way through. Now this is gonna be tight, and that's okay, because you want them to be tight. So the way I do it, just set it down. There we go, there's the bottom. Same thing, you get the bottom set, and if you have a flat surface like this MDF, you can use it to your advantage and just get it set and then go around. All right, we got the box assembled, mostly. We got the nails in, everything looks good, everything's nice and flush. Uh-oh, looks like I went into a nail there, not a big deal. And so we're gonna put the pocket hole screws in. So just get a handful of them and go around. I like to do the bottom first, just to hold it all. Don't go too far because this will blow out on the side. Not that anyone will see it, but still. And everything's set, so you don't really need to check it as you go because the nails are holding everything together. Quick note while I assemble here, I didn't spend a whole lot of time on the measuring and the cutting because each one is going to be different. I also didn't spend a lot of time on the slides. Slides, honestly, kind of a pain in the ass if you don't do them all the time. But each slide is going to be different. I use Euros. You might use something else that's better for your workbench, maybe stronger, holds more weight. But anyways, just take your time, measure twice, cut once, and you'll be fine. All right, so that's it. Got a nice simple 5-sided box built. It is very strong. It will last a very long time. It'll hold a lot of stuff and it won't fall apart. Got pocket holes, got brad nails in there. Not a bad thing. It took a little bit of time, not really that bad. But a little note on this. I'm using Euro slides. These are just the basic cheap slides. These are what go onto the sides. And my opening is 10.5 inches. So I had to make this 9.5 inches because each one of these needs a 1/2 inch on either side. So when you're cutting your wood, make sure you consider that. The first time I didn't. You can see here, if you want to pause it, it says 10.5 inches. I had to rip a lot of pieces down 1 inch. It wasn't that bad. It took like an extra 5 minutes, but it's something you want to plot out before you get to cutting. Because if you cut, say, 9.5 inches and you need 10.5, you can't add wood back on. So keep that in mind. I love doing these little cut sheets. They're really nice, especially if you're spending a lot of money on plywood like everybody is. It pretty much makes it so that you don't have any waste. And you can mark off what you cut, you know, say you get stopped and you got to go deal with something, you come back and you're not sure where you were, you mark off the last cut you did. I really enjoy it. So that's all we got for today. Just assembling a drawer, a 5-sided box for a workbench. Bye, Toolies. All right, got them all done. Check out the face there. Got to come up with some way to do some drawer pulls. I got a lathe. I might turn some knobs. I don't know, but here, see this one? Ended up having to make it a little smaller. Got some stuff set up in there already. They're nice and deep like. So not too bad for a day in the garage. Got some nice useful drawers out of it. There's the sides. Close that off. That's all we got. Longtime Toolies. We'll see you next time.